G'day you beautiful people, welcome back. We're going to take a look at my Gideon guide today. Disclaimer, as I said in my previous video, this has actually been posted before, but I don't tend to run anything too different on Gideon, so I'm not going to change it up because it bloody works. And I don't, unlike other heroes where I might run a bunch of different decks that all work, I just feel like there's not much point with Gideon. You just want to go for max damage with your abilities. So with that said, we have Rejuvenator. It's a consumable, gives you health regen and mana regen. Very underestimated, a lot of people don't use it. It's very good though. Advanced Evolution restores max mana and health every time you level up. Very good card as well. Font of Experience is Font of Experience. Tower Strider, I have this on my Gideon build in case I have a very pokey hero that I'm versing. Then we have Mana Flow Acolyte. It will give you percentage of extra max mana and power when you purchase Intellect. I generally use it as a throwaway card, but it can work well with Thaumaturge if you want to keep it on your build. It can actually be pretty powerful because it'll give you an extra 11% max mana when you are done with it. At least 11%. I'm not sure if it retroactively counts the 3 that you spent to get Mana Flow Acolyte. In that case it would actually be 12.5%, but then that percentage of max mana is used on Thaumaturge. I have Possessed Paragon. I'm probably going to start taking off soon because I have not run it in a long time. I hate Possessed Paragon as a card, especially on casters, because it just takes up the amount of damage, extra damage that you could do, but I don't really feel like there's anything I want to replace it with, so I just haven't. So it's on there. Then we have Invader Mage, 4-cost card that will just early game just give you a lot of extra damage on your abilities. Power Tap, 4,000 cost card, gives you 15 power when you consume it. Thaumaturge gives you power equal to 1% of your max mana. You can also get an extra 300 max mana out of it just by hitting enemy heroes with abilities every 4 seconds. Atomic Soldier increases your ability damage by 10%. Sleeper Agent allows you to silence enemy heroes for 3 seconds and they take 15% increased damage. And Corrosive Walker reduces ability armor of nearby enemies by 30 for 6 seconds. Keep in mind that unless they build more ability armor, they only have 30. So that gets rid of all of it, and that means that the damage that is in your tooltip is true damage. That's what you're going to do. Then in gems, we have Healing Towers just in case. It's just always there just in case, because the rest of my gems on casters actually goes all into Intellect. So we have Onslaught, reduce cooldowns by 0.2 when you land a basic attack. Deadly Mana, beautiful with Thaumaturge, and you want it anyway. Mana Fountain, regen more mana. Spell Shield, block the next enemy ability. And Overpowered Spells to get even more damage out of those abilities. Now what I tend to do is I start the game off with Font of Experience, and then when I end up backing, I'm probably going to buy Advanced Evolution, and then the next time grab Mana Flow Acolyte. But you could easily, with the same amount of points spent, go on Invader Mage instead of those two. That is completely fine. And then when I decide to, I grab an Invader Mage at some point. So what I tend to do is go for Font of Experience, then Advance, then Mana Flow, then actually get rid of Advance when I don't feel like I need it anymore and pick up Invader Mage. Then I try to go for Atomic Soldier next, and then Thaumaturge after that. Then I decide whether I want to go for, because this build here with Sleeper Agent, that's a 10 cost, this takes you to 18, that takes you to 25, okay, so you can pop all 3 of these on. So I decide whether I want Sleeper Agent or I want Corrosive Walker. If there's someone that I really feel like I want to silence, then obviously I go for Sleeper Agent, otherwise I go for Corrosive Walker. But you could easily just go Invader Mage if you wanted to, but in general, the only 2 builds I use are Thaumaturge, Atomic Soldier and Sleeper Agent, or Thaumaturge, Atomic Soldier and Corrosive Walker. But like I said, if you want to get rid of one of these 2 and actually just grab Invader Mage, there's still going to be a lot of damage. If you can't decide between these 2, I would probably go for Corrosive Walker just for the fact that it gives you 385 power and 385 health and 25 power, which is quite a lot. Now once you've finished, I don't get to 25 intellect and then start filling out my vitality like a lot of people do on their casters. I actually save it up. I get rid of Atomic Soldier or one of these two cards, whichever, as long as you're not getting rid of Thaumaturge, because when you unequip Thaumaturge, you'll lose your stack progress on Overflow. So I get rid of one of these cards. I put Power Tap on, I back out of the shop, I consume it by pressing the button it's assigned to, and then I put the card back on. So most of the time I just do that with Atomic Soldier. I will, when I have 4,000 gold, I will take Atomic Soldier off, put Power Tap on, back out of the shop, consume Power Tap to grant myself 15 power, and then put Atomic Soldier back on. It's very, very dirty. He does a lot of damage, especially if you can get 3 or 4 of these going, as well as your team taking a bunch of Fangtooths. You will be stupid strong. You'll be hitting very, very hard. But that's the build, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it and you try it, and you have a good match with it, let me know in the comment section down below, so I know you had a good time with it. Like the video, subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. I love your face. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.